Good morning, Your Honor and Commissioners. My name is Jonathan McCarty, and for the majority of my adult life, I have been a historical interpreter, especially with regard to the American Civil War. I would like to thank you for allowing me with the privilege to speak with you before this court. I wish I were here under less trying circumstances, that there not been threats of violence made. I speak only as an individual, but please know that I am yet a representative of others. I must ask you, quis custodia ipsos custodes, or in English, who will guard the guardsman? In the history of this phrase, I am not certain that it's ever been used in the context which I am intending today. I say this with respect to the Confederate monument outside. It represents a picket, a sentinel. The eyes of this city and this county are watching him stand as he has for over a century, watching and seeing the danger he is in because he himself cannot see it. I'm afraid that the awful truth of this soldier is, as you will find in the document I presented you, that he does not stand guard for myself. He does not stand guard for anyone in this room. He does not keep watch over a sleeping camp. And he does not hold vigil for the dead. He is a stone soldier guarding the lost cause, a poisonous, dangerous ideology birthed from the minds of white supremacists who did not accept their loss in our American Civil War. The reality of that monument is that it was erected to honor the cause for which the Confederacy stood. But which cause? The most common defense for secession of the slave states has always been states' rights and resistance to governmental interference. I must ask, what right? What would be interfered with? And most importantly, what cause would still stand at the time such monuments were erected? The answer you need, and indeed the one most pertinent to our situation, I believe, can be found in the Texas Declaration of Causes for Secession itself, a document which was signed by Harrison County residents, including Montefiore J. Hall, Gilchrist McKay, William Beck Ogletree, Alexander Pope, and William Thomas Scott. Quote, Texas abandoned her separate national existence and consented to become one of the Confederate states to promote her welfare, ensure domestic tranquility, and secure more substantially the blessings of peace and liberty to her people. She was received as a Commonwealth holding, maintaining and protecting the institution known as Negro slavery, the servitude of the African to the white race within her limits, a relation that had existed from the first settlement of her wilderness by the white race and which her people intended should exist for all future time. To this day, there are descendants of those who gather in the spirit of brotherhood, of kinship to their ancestors who served the Confederate military. At such meetings, they recite the same pledges we did this morning, yet they have a third, a pledge to the Confederate flag. I salute the Confederate flag with affection, reverence, and undying devotion to the cause for which it stands. Again, I ask, what cause the Confederacy still stands today? There is little to no patriotism to be found in honoring those who committed armed rebellion or committed treasonous act against the government in my mind. If so, then why do we not have a day dedicated to the memory of Benedict Arnold, John Brown, William Bruce Mumford, or how about the assassins who conspired to assassinate Abraham Lincoln and his entire cabinet? The truth is that those who seceded made the choice that they thought best, and there can be no apologizing for that on their behalf for it. It is and must be clear to us now that their choice was wrong, and it has caused lasting damage to the fabric of this nation. There is nothing with which affection and reverence should be applicable to the government founded upon ideals such as owning other human beings. I must ask that this body consider the removal and relocation of that monument to an actionable agenda item. The instance reported in the Marshall News Messenger, the vile and disgusting commentary on social media, and the threatening statements heard on KMHT are unforgivable. They are shameful acts by misled and hateful citizens of this county, and they show nothing more than that the idol supremacy which they revere has no place here upon these grounds. I believe that it's in the best interest of Harrison County that the monument be moved to the Marshall City Cemetery, where it can stand amongst the majority of the county's Confederate dead. Should that monument be a sentinel, let it be one of the graves of the fallen in perpetuity. As pointed out by the attached study in your document packet from local historian Jay Carricker, relocating items of historical value is often in the best interest of preservation, especially in the instance of future educational needs. Those who would wish to reach out and touch the statue as a reminder of our past can do so among the graves of the fallen it represents. I am not suggesting we forget or erase history. I am asking that spirit of Abraham Lincoln's call for malice towards none and charity towards all, that we together acknowledge that there is a need to reevaluate how we see the past and to learn from it as we move forward. We must no longer allow that our greatest public space and courthouse grounds be defined by the long-dead white supremacists and insurrectionists. Their time is past. Let's reflect upon it and not govern ourselves by it any longer. Thank you.